Hello friends, so this is our next topic in the revision part of AICBSE chemistry, and today's topic is commercial cells. In the previous lecture I told you how to secure 3 marks by numerical problems, and next 2 marks from this unit can be secured most of the time when question comes from this topic, the commercial cells. The important one is the reactions of these cells. The structures we have to study only in general form. It is not asked in the exams. So now starting with this one. The first one, primary cell. There are total 3 types of the commercial cells. Means those cells which can be used for commercial purpose in your house, in factory, or anywhere where there is direct requirement of the cells, and they will be called commercial cells. Means which are cheap, can be transported easily, stored, and can be used easily, simply we can say, and they are not very costly, are called commercial cells. These commercial cells, if they are non-rechargeable, means reaction is irreversible, then they are called primary cells. If the reactions are reversible, means by applying the opposite voltage, the reaction can be reversed. So cell can be used again if consumed once. So there are number of cycles in each cell, an average cycle like 1000, 2000, 20,000. So that is called a secondary or rechargeable cell. And third one is fuel cells. These cells are not so much used in our daily life or our nearby. They are used only by scientists in scientific labs or space systems. Primary cells, there are 2 cells in your syllabus, dry cell and mercury cell. Dry cell is the cell which is simply comes by the company name like Nipo, Eveready, small cell, remote में डालते हैं जिसको, and likewise in torch. Mercury cell is a cell used in calculators in the form of button, also called button cell, and also used in watches in case of these small cells. Lead storage cell. This is a cell used with your inverter. The most common example in bikes, in small size, or in cars, trucks, big size. These are lead cell. And nickel cadmium storage cell. This is modified cell and used in rechargeable form in cameras. The shape is likewise that Eveready cell, but this is costly than that because it is rechargeable. And fuel cell is of varied size and used in space systems. Likewise, there was a movie by the name on the name of the planet Martians. In that movie, the fuel cell was used by the actor, and the H2O water produced was used by him to germinate the seeds. For that, you can watch that movie also. So, what are the structures of these cells? Dry cell. The cell is having zinc container. देख सकते हैं आप इसको by unwrapping the cell. These wrappers can be removed. The name of company. It contains a porous spot, PP, in between. On the right side of porous spot, everywhere around, here is a paste of ZnCl2 and NH4Cl, ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. And there, this is a paste or powder of MnO2 plus में carbon, and this is the rod of graphite. This acquires negative and positive charge by these reactions. The reactions are important from exam point of view. These reactions are important of cathode and anode. Cathode positive and anode negative. In lead storage cell, in mercury cell, there is a rod of graphite, and this one is again zinc container. There is a cap of metal on every cell of like this, and this is a paste of KOH and HgO, potassium hydroxide and mercury oxide. The voltage of this cell is nearby 1.5 volt, and that of this one is 1.35 volt, which remains constant for a long time even after change of the concentration. lead storage cell. This contains two rods, lead and lead oxide, and placed in solution of dilute H2SO4 called reserve. And nickel cadmium storage cell. This contains rod of cadmium and rod of nickel oxide placed in the solution of potassium hydroxide. One cell is of 2 volt, and when we increase the number of cells in series, the voltage becomes 6, 20, 18 like this can be increased. And this cell is used like a small cell, pencil cell, and having voltage 4 volts, and that of fuel cell. In this case, there is hydrogen and oxygen gas in the container from both sides coming, and in between the two rods which are made up of nickel and carbon, there is a solution again of potassium hydroxide like this, and the voltage is nearby 0.9 means approx 1 volt. So now this is the important part, reactions. Look at these reactions. In case of dry cell, the reaction at cathode means this side, nearby container, takes place. Cathode, this one, nearby rod के पास में जो रिएक्शन होती है यहाँ पे, जिससे कि पॉजिटिव चार्ज आता है, MnO2 NH4 पॉजिटिव इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कंबाइन करते हैं, NH4 पॉजिटिव यहाँ से डिफ्यूज होकर इसमें आता है बाय द रिएक्शन and forms Mn2O3 NH3 and H2. So it takes up electron, so this requires positive charge, and this one release electron by this reaction. Zinc forms zinc 2 positive plus 2 electrons, and this one zinc 2 positive जो है, this combines with Cl of this, so NH4 positive becomes free to transfer into the rod by porous port, and overall reaction is given zinc plus MnO2 NH4 positive. इसको आप कंबाइन करके ओवरऑल खुद लेके प्रैक्टिस करेंगे रिएक्शंस की, एंड फॉर्म्स Mn2O3 NH3 zinc 2 positive and H2. This is the byproduct. This cell is mostly used and very cheap cell available in the market. Mercury cell, this one. Reaction at anode means this one, जहाँ पे negative charge है. Zinc takes up OH negative ion, forms ZnOH2 and electron, and then in this rod, nearby this rod, the reaction takes place. HgO takes up these H2 and electrons यही solution में से, and forms Hg plus OH negative. Overall reaction जो है, zinc plus HgO forms ZnO plus Hg. So concentration of KOH remains unchanged. OH used and OH produced. So this is the cell giving constant voltage in calculators and watches where it is very necessary. And simple reaction, but this is highly polluting. It produces mercury. This is the disadvantage. Every cell is having advantage and disadvantage. Likewise, if this cell is taken, it cannot be stored for long time. It produces hydrogen gas and gets swell. But the advantage is this one is cheap. This is also cheap, but the pollution is the main problem of this cell. It produces mercury in the environment and cannot be disposed, so causes the pollution in the environment. Now these secondary cells, rechargeable. First one, lead storage cell. Reaction at cathode, simple. Lead plus sulfate ion from sulfuric acid form lead sulfate and electrons, due to which it requires negative charge. And this rod finally becomes PbSO4 when the cell is discharging, जब use हो रही है. Cathode, it takes PbO2, H positive and sulfate in balance form, 2 electrons and again form PbSO4. तो ये और ये रिएक्शन के बाद जब सेल डेड हो गया है तो इट बिकम्स लेड सल्फेट एंड H2. जब रिचार्ज करते हैं तो इट इज गिवन पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव चार्ज बाय बैटरी अप्लाइड एंड रिएक्शंस गेट रिवर्स्ड. तो ड्यूरिंग डिस्चार्जिंग आपको रिएक्शंस जो है वो रिवर्स लिखनी है, और तब ये कैथोड हो जाएगा और ये एनोड व्हेन रिएक्शंस आर रिवर्स्ड, बिकॉज़ नाउ दिस इज ऑक्सीडेशन at that time. When reverse it will become reduction. So reduction electrode is cathode and oxidation electrode is anode. Overall reaction is again Pb plus PbO2 and H2SO4. Pb, PbO2, H2SO4 forms PbSO4 plus में 2H2O. Reaction को रटना ही है इनको. You have to cram it. When the cell is recharged, तो जो water होता है, this get electrolyzed during the charging and it becomes H2 and O2. जो कई बार जो है ब्लास्ट भी करता है H2+O2 कंबाइन करके हाई टेम्परेचर पे, तो जिसके लिए हम बैटरीज को ओपन करके रखते हैं सो दैट गैस कीप्स ऑन रिमूविंग, और उस वाटर को कंप्लीट करने के लिए वाटर ऐड किया जाता है। सो दिस इज दैट लेड स्टोरेज सेल जो घर में आप यूज करते हैं, और एक जो यूनिट है इसका वो 2 वोल्ट का होता है। कंबाइन आफ्टर कॉम्बिनेशन द वोल्टेज गेट इंक्रीज्ड एंड इन्वर्टर convert this DC into AC stored and AC keeps on changing into DC during recharging. एग्जाम में रिचार्जिंग और डिस्चार्जिंग का ध्यान रखेंगे। These are discharging reactions. In discharging you have to write reverse reaction and this will be cathode, this one will be anode. टाइम ले इसको अच्छे से सोच के लिखें which one is cathode and anode. These 10 reactions, इन्हीं में से जो है एक या दो रिएक्शंस आती हैं 2 मार्क्स में। निकल कैडमियम स्टोरेज सेल reaction at anode almost same like this one. At the place of lead cadmium, at the place of lead oxide nickel oxide and dilute KOH. This one is converted into this cell by taking container of cadmium and placing the rod of nickel dioxide NiO2 in KOH solution in the form of paste or paper. Cadmium OH negative like this forms CdOH2 and 2 electron like this PbSO4 and acquires negative charge, and NiO2 plus 2H2O plus 2 electrons like this reaction H4 electrons takes up and forms NiOH2 plus में 2OH negative। वीडियो को थोड़ा सा स्टॉप करके उसको देखते रहें और इन रिएक्शंस को लिख के आप रिवाइज करेंगे अच्छे से हर एक रिएक्शन को, एंड कोशिश करें कि यू वॉच दिस वीडियो एट लार्ज स्क्रीन लाइक लैपटॉप और योर computer, not at the mobile, because the words may not be seen easily in mobiles. Overall reaction, it forms CdNiO2 and H2O in this one. Forms CdOH2 and NiOH2. Means KH की concentration जो है वो constant रहती है. That's why it is used. Because with the change of concentration, voltage get changed. And again, this is discharging. During recharging, this one cathode, this one anode, and reactions reversed. Reactants products and products becomes reactants. And finally we have our fuel cell. The voltage of this cell is 1.4 volt, almost equal to this cell, so it is used at its place where there is large use of battery, like in cameras. In camera this cell will be consumed in 1 or 2 clicks of photos, so that's why this is used. This takes or run for long time. Fuel cells, watch it. Reaction at anode, this one hydrogen takes up OH negative ion, यहाँ से डिफ्यूज होगी हाइड्रोजन गैस अंदर इलेक्ट्रोड के ऊपर, रिएक्शन होगी, डिफ्यूजन के बाद एब्जॉर्प्शन होगा इसका, निकल प्रेजेंट है एब्जॉर्प्शन के लिए, OH नेगेटिव आयन यहाँ से लेके एंड देयर फॉर्म्स H2 एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, वाटर की फॉर्मेशन होती है, और ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स यहाँ नेगेटिव चार्ज सर्किट से यहाँ जाएंगे दिस वन, एंड कैथोड it takes up oxygen O2 H2O from again solution and electrons and forms OH negative ions. So OH negative ions are formed again and overall reaction is H2 plus O2 forms H2, जिससे वो मार्शियन, जैसे मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ स्पेस की जो मूवी है रिलेटेड उसमें वाटर प्रोड्यूस इन्हीं सेल से करता है वो उसके स्पेसक्राफ्ट के अंदर. So this is overall structure about the cells. You have to write it down and take time. Write every reaction in the form of cathode and anode. Remaining 2 marks में से 1 mark और 2 marks complete जो है यहाँ से आता है इसमें से. That cell is now available in foreign countries in small forms and used in cars or in metros like this, but not easily available in around us or in our country. This is not available in India. So this is all about your next topic, and you are now ready to take complete 5 marks from the unit electrochemistry. But sometime 2 marks question may come from electrolytic cells and its related topics. So in next lecture we will complete with that one, that is electrolytic cell. So friends, students, and my dear relatives, correlatives, and my colleagues, everyone, if you like it, then tell me with comments and we will complete the revision in the forthcoming chapters. If any problem, you can ask me again at Facebook pages or in direct contact if you are. So our next topic now will be electrolytic cells. Thank you.